E. And I am going to draw the roof plan for our trash enclosure and show you a couple other handy tools. So I'm looking at the foundation plan. I've opened the drawing and I have the foundation plan, and I want to copy these walls over. I don't want to copy the footing. I don't want to show the footing on the roof plan. I don't want to copy the slab. I just want to copy the walls. And so I'm going to isolate the wall layer, and I can do that in a couple different ways. I certainly can go home to my home and go into my layers, and I can freeze, turn on and off my layers here. But another way of doing this is that I can type in, I like using the shortcut commands, and I'm going to start with lay ISO, and I'm going to select my wall here and hit enter. And so essentially it selects all my wall lines apparently, and these are my walls for my section. So I can then take a copy and I can select these objects, and I'm going to put the roof plan in model space directly above the foundation plan there. And then I want to save that. And then if I type lay, I want my other layers back. So now I'm going to type unlay ISO. Let's see if it's going to let me do that. No, it doesn't like that. Okay, I don't know the command to unisolate it, but there used to be a command. Anyway, I typed in LAU, it brings up my layer. And so here I can toggle these to get these all on again. You can see this wall's the only one on. Control, I think will let me select them all. Maybe I'll try Control A and select them all. Okay, Control A, I selected them all, and so now they should all turn back on, and they are all back on now. So here are my walls that I'm going to use for the roof plan. I'm going to go ahead and copy this title over as well. Up here, actually, I'm going to copy both of these, title and the north arrow. That there. And this is going to be my roof plan. Now my walls are below, so I'm going to take all of these walls, select them, and I'm going to move them to walls below layer here, wall below layer, and they're dashed so that they're below. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my columns in, which, like I said, are hollow structural sections or tube steels. And this is Google essentially showing you a bunch of different hollow structural sections. Essentially, it's a steel section that is square, round, it's hollow in the middle. I'm going to use square hollow structural sections. I'm going to use maybe a 4x4. So essentially, it's going to be 4 inches wide by 4 inches deep. And I'll probably use a 1/4 inch thickness. So I'm going to draw those in now. I can use my rectangle command. I can start here and drag this. I can actually drag it to 4, and I can type in 4 here. So now here's my 4x4. It does have a 1/4 inch thickness, so I'm going to use my offset to make it a 1/4 inch thick. And I'm just going to offset that inside. So there's my 4x4, and I'm going to leave that here and just copy it around wherever I want it to be. So I'm going to set it on my wall here. I'm also going to put it here. I want one in this corner. One in this corner. I want one here. So there's, I'm going to have, maybe I want another one there. Of course, this would ultimately be determined by analysis, but let's pretend we did the analysis. So there's my columns. I'll just now erase this one. Another thing I could do actually at this point is I can make this a block if I want. So if I type in B, I could make this HSS 4x4 and hit OK. And then I need to select these objects. I'll select these. And so I can hit OK. And so I just made this a block so I can use it later if I want. You can also, speaking of blocks, there's a bunch of blocks that are available online. So I can do a search on the internet. I just went to Google here, and I like to type in Autodesk first because what that's going to do is it's going to send me to Autodesk. And so I don't have to worry so much about downloading something that might have a virus. So when I go into AutoCAD, it says, it gives me actually a list of places that I can get blocks. And one of those is this CAD forum. And here you can get a ton of different blocks for beams or columns or a whole variety of things, panels, and you can download them and then copy them into your drawings, or you can make them. So those are available as well. So I think I'm going to stop there. We have our columns. When I come back, the next segment, I'm going to draw my beams in, draw my roof deck, and finish up my roof plan.